Okay.
Yes. Well, we got that.
Did I tangent?
Yes. What do you mean, did you tangent? You always tangent.
That's a good point.
You're always
Don't
the
worry.
one
I
that
contributed. I helped.
Yeah. And then I just added on top of it.
So we circle back around. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another MackZaddy episode.
Welcome.
We are going to be talking about goal setting today.
I never believed in goal setting until maybe just before COVID. You know that?
Really?
Yeah, I never intentionally thought about it.
Right, okay.
Never actually intentionally set goals.
Yeah.
There was a point in my life where I was just like, everything just happens. It all works out. It just happens.
Just falls into place magically.
Yeah. Manifesting that shit.
The goal is to just keep going.
Now I'm manifesting it even more on purpose.
Yeah. Intentional goal setting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
And we've got obviously different brackets within that because there's a goal setting within your own dancing, and then if you've got a dance partner, there'll be goal setting within the partnership, and then you've got social dancing and comp goals. So there's lots of different.
Yeah, your goals can be around whatever they want to be. And finding what you value as well, will probably determine what the goals will be, or all the goals will determine what you value. Yeah. Maybe flipped in reverse.
And if you just have heaps and heaps and heaps of goals, you're bound to get some of them, right? So
Well, yeah, you hope so.
Yep, my goal is to eat breakfast. Nailed it. Nailed it. Actually, didn't eat breakfast.
I was going to say, I never do that one.
I don't eat breakfast.
My goals.
I love breakfast.
That's actually a good question. Do you have lots of goals for dance, or do you have, I have one specific, I've had a specific goal pretty much probably the whole time. That's pretty simple, and then I had overarching goals along the way.
What was your simple, consistent goal?
Be the best. Be the best I can be.
Be the best. That's what I thought it was.
Fucking be awesome.
Yeah.
Be the best somehow.
Be the best.
Yeah.
Be the best at what?
West Coast swing dancing. West Coast swing.
Yeah.
Not be the best person.
And then I started dancing, and then he realized it's never gonna happen.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Damn. And is that still your only goal?
No.
Okay.
Definitely had other goals along the way.
Yeah.
A goal to make the school better, or a goal to get West Coast swing dancers paid as a class structure even, or what's the other ones that I've set? Definitely, I never had a goal of doing well at the US Open until after we kind of did better than we thought we would at the Open. And now I think
last year's
last year's
2024. So I think that could be a goal that I could see probably formulating in the future, but it's not necessarily a goal that I have right now. To be up there at the top, but yeah.
Pretty cool though.
For me, recently, because life changes too. So Maddie and I are talking about having a family and the timeline of that.
As well as, Mackenzie, obviously. You've already got one family member.
I was going to say.
Just one?
Just one.
Yeah. You can't like this baby more than you like it.
Yeah, so we don't need to have two kids because we already got one.
A dependent. Yeah. We have a dependent. Actually, I have two dependents already.
Yeah.
3 kids!
Yeah. That kid will never need siblings because it's got us. But that's also made me shift where my goal is, because I don't think I think to be the best I could be, I used other people that I looked up to describe what that is.
What would that even look like to you? What would happen or have had to happen for you to feel like you were the best?
This would be I don't know, maybe winning all the Jack and Jills in the top levels, or along the way, or being really good in comps, or Jordan and Tut, they sell shoes, they sell online classes, they sell merch, they get hired at all the events.
A package.
They do a lot more than just dance, if that makes sense. They run events. Ben Morris, he runs classes, local classes, and travels every weekend.
That's impressive.
I think if you look at Jordan as well, he has has a kid as well.
Two
kids.
Like
Yeah.
Tori and Maxim. Like I'm sure there's lots of people out there that like these people travel and have the family and all that, and still can do their passion and do that sort of stuff. So I think that's more now. I'm trying to like. I was thinking about that stuff without a kid involved.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's more so like, how can I make that work with a little dependent person.
Yeah. Well, who's gonna judge poorly a person holding a baby in their Jack and Jill? yeah, take the baby up there.
That's true.
Yeah, you can't say no to this space.
That's an interesting question though. Like what? What I don't know. What are some of the goals you guys have had or like stuff like that?
You go.
There you go. I actually feel pretty similar to you. Like I feel like most of my life, goal setting has just like not been a thing. Like I've never really actively thought or intentionally done things like that. Until more recently. Like I think the past couple of years I've been like, okay, I can see more of a path in my mind forming for something I would want.
Specifically dance?
Mostly specifically dance.
Yeah.
Mostly specifically.
Specifically, mostly.
Maybe.
Maybe even the slightest.
You can see the dots aligning.
Yeah. In a really mostly specific way.
Slightly.
A lot of it is just now working on my like personal dancing, which I think I haven't done for a long time. Or at least I think outside of the past few years, I feel like I plateaued for a bit where it was like a couple of years ago, I was like, well, I'm pretty good. I'm not getting any better. I don't think I'm getting worse, but nothing's really changing or happening.
The only times you would train would be like when people came over to Swing Station, or like we used to have 5 events in Queensland. Mm-hmm. Now we have 1 event in Queensland at the moment, being 2025. What month
currently?
Are we in? 2025.
April?
March.
2025? Yeah, 2025.
And it's March, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, come on.
Wow.
Okay. But yeah.
So good.
Because you were training so hard with Vishanya, and that was mostly routine stuff, and that's not training on your own stuff at the same time either.
No.
So
it's interesting because it's like the routine stuff definitely helped a lot of things. Like there's a lot of stuff that I can now do in my social dancing that is like pretty much directly me taking it out of like the routines we have.
Cool.
And then that's really fun because like I can watch the quality of some of the stuff I'm doing and there's improvement there. There's a lot of like fundamental technique stuff that like I'm pretty actively working on. There's like a lot of body things I need to think about that I often don't. And it's so hard to because like when I dance at class or just socially, I'm not even thinking about it. Like the hardest part of like I guess the setting my goals and improving like my technique is that I never think about it when I social dance. I'll just like dance and have a good time and do my thing, and then I'll walk off the floor and be like, all right, next dance I'll do it, and then I'll get 1 8 count in, and then I'm like, woo, I'm feeling the music, and then like not thinking about it ever. But I'm doing like privates now with Ben Morris, and then also like routine stuff. So there's now like more thought going into it, more intention. So hoping to see improvement. No, I am seeing improvement.
Are you going for routine improvement, or are you going for specific Jack and Jill improvement, or just improvement in general on yourself, and then it will eventually develop into something else kind of thing?
Mostly routine stuff is the bigger. In saying this, I've had less time more recently to be able to focus on myself because it's very heavy on routine at the moment. So I'd like to get back to that. At the moment, just routine stuff. But then once we kind of get past our trip later this year, then it'll be a bit more chill. I can focus more on my own dancing. And that's
that's what he thinks. I doubt it. And then the next routine will happen.
Or the next trip.
Or the next trip.
We might already have another routine. We just have to stop doing it because we have to set another one. But anyway, But like, hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more time to focus on my own dance.
That's interesting because we train mostly the Jack and Jill side of things.
No, we don't.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Like social dancing, I'm more focused on social dancing and how can I dance with every single person and make it feel amazing while still showing myself off, while still making the other person feel good, and always having that be nice no matter who, where, when, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But that's my routines have been goals definitely along the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if yeah, I don't think I ever intentionally like did that again because like back then I wasn't even intentionally thinking about any of that. It was just like, oh yeah, we do routines.
You just do it.
Yeah, do routines and like do them well.
Yeah.
I kind of like, there's similar mindset in social dancing, so everything we've kind of, and right now, I think Zach's kind of in the same boat, but I'm feeling a little bit discombobulated because we've learned so many things.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like we've actually had much time to let it absorb and put it into practice yet. So there's random stuff happening in my body right now that I'm not really sure what's going on.
Oh, that's new.
That's a new thing that I didn't know.
It's like after an event, like you guys in America and Europe might not feel this as much as maybe the Australasian side or like places with not as many events. But you go to this event and you learn all this great stuff, and then everyone, because they're all learning the same workshops and everything, everyone feels really good together. And then you go to your first local class, and then the pool becomes a lot smaller, and then you're like, where did it all go?
Yeah.
Where did all of that warm, fuzzy feeling go from doing all these random things that I never knew I could do?
No, I feel so out of place. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I think the last probably 2 years though, I've been actively training my brain to train in social dancing because we haven't really had much other time to train. So any new stuff we've learned, I'm always trying to think about it in social dancing. But I think sometimes it also kind of maybe takes some of the joy away from it for me because I'm thinking so much about so many things.
That's where I can, like, I'm the same as you. Like I had a few moments where I thought, I focused so much on being able to dance with anyone, everywhere, and anytime that I thought coming back home I didn't need to worry about that. Like it's just doing exactly what I did in the Jack and Jill's setting or in any other dance with anyone else. And then I was like, I don't feel right in my own body. Not that the followers were doing anything different, like that I wouldn't normally feel. It's just I didn't know how to deal with it for some reason. I had a couple of nights though, being back. I'm like, oh yes, that felt good. I just want to feel that every time.
Every time. I think we've spoken about it. I think it was like, it was Swing Station, like something about like, I feel so inspired by like Jakub and Emmeline, and they always do that like live performance at the end, that like the social dancing after that, just like goes off. It's like everything's so good, everyone's all so in it. Maybe I had a couple of drinks, so maybe it feels a little bit better.
Comps are over, stress is down.
The confidence in what you're doing is like a little bit higher than what it normally would be if
or you're feeling a bit braver. So you just feel braver to just try random stuff because everyone's in that same mindset, so it's easy.
I'm interested. Have you got something?
Oh no, wait. You say your thing first. I'll come back.
I was gonna be interested in like, is there any goals that you haven't set around? Because we're talking more so dance related stuff. We've talked about comps and we talked about like routines. We talked about social dancing, stuff like that. But like, is there any goals that you think you haven't set for yourself that you would like to, or let's start with that.
That haven't set. That like we should or like would like to do. That is interesting.
Because I think like for me, like a big battle with having this future child was that I'm not going to be where I was chasing, but it's just now changed, and I know that I can still.
It's a bit different.
And it's just changed, and I know I can make this as best as I can make this. So like, the people I was looking up to that I mentioned before might have changed along the way too. Like when I first started dancing, it might have been different people for different reasons and all that sort of thing. And I think that helped me, like. Chase after that, or like have a role model or have an inspiration. I can't even come up with one specifically myself.
I think like things that I should work on, but then I think this can potentially come to the limit of like how much I've traveled overseas. But I would like to improve my Jack and Jills. They're like fine, like I do pretty well here, but I am also only here with like the same people. So like I really am not actually sure like if I go overseas how well I'll do, or like if I
mean technically I was the same. Like I didn't really. I traveled. Oh no, we were traveling a bit more in the last few years.
I know. I think like when I was starting to go to new places, for me, it was like obviously getting to finals would be great, but I wanted to see yeses from all the judges that don't
Like the
know
goal.
me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if they had all say yes and they'd never seen me dance before, then I'd feel like I really earned a spot there.
Yeah.
As opposed to being at, smaller comps where it's either a straight final or there's only, getting rid of one or two people, and then it's like, it's like,
Actually,
okay.
Yeah. Definitely, like that's one of the things. Like you go and you check the sheet or the scores, and you're like, oh, this person. My aim is to get a yes from this person on events or something.
Yeah.
Actually, and that reminds me, I did
Feels
have a
good.
goal.
Yeah.
Of like, there was one time where I had a goal to be like, you know what? I'm not going to be intimidated by any of the pros. I'm going to go up and just be like, yo, welcome to Australia, or like, hey,
Actually,
good to catch up with you.
Yeah.
Like, it's been so long. I hope you're out doing well. Hey, do you want to dance? Like, let's be silly. Let's go out for a drink or whatever. Like, just acting like I normally would with anyone else that I'm seeing all the time.
You do a good job at it, I think.
That's been that was one that I probably only set maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Interesting.
Like,
yeah.
After during COVID, after COVID kind of thing.
Maybe that is maybe you're right. Maybe that is a goal I should set for myself.
Don't be scared to ask anyone to dance. Like, go up to the pros and
It's
anyone.
just talk to them, like have a conversation.
Or just having conversations,
Man, talking to strangers.
Stranger
I think
danger.
I like it's not off-putting. It is sometimes I think people my presentation of my confidence sometimes doesn't always align with what is going on in my head.
Really?
But I'm very good at being extroverted and outgoing, but then if you know me,
Can you back it up?
I just I can be a bit scared sometimes.
I actually really wanted to have a whole episode on this because I was going to ask you guys, I'm like, on a scale of I'm really confident or cocky and I'm super insecure, what do you put me at?
You
guys specifically. Yeah, for me.
For you?
I don't know if there's a scale.
Cocky and confident. Let's just say confident.
Yeah, let's just go that.
Cocky, really cocky,
That doesn't
overconfident.
need to be the rest of the scale.
So this is the most interesting thing is I speak like this, and around home I can, with people that I'm really close with and I joke around with, I'm like this. Because
hang on, what you speak like this, but with people you.
So So, for instance, Jack and Jewelorama, the voting thing that's happening.
Yes.
No way in my mind would I have ever thought that we were going to get draw top place in this this voting thing.
No faith.
Right?
I did.
And all the routine, or lots of other times. There's lots of other times that I've verbally said there's no chance, or thought that anyway.
Yeah.
But then after the fact, or other things, I'll be like, I'm fucking so good, or I don't know. I'll say stupid shit that sounds cocky.
Yeah.
And then the cocky thing comes in.
Yeah, but it's a joking way. It's the whole the perceived thing where you're socially you're extroverted, but then if you don't come across like that to everyone, it's
I think I know what you mean, because to be fair, you know what? Actually, in a comp setting, I think I'm pretty confident, and I'm pretty steamingly cocky and competitive for sure.
I feel like you are with each other.
Well, definitely,
for sure.
definitely. But I've had other people tell me that wow, you're really competitive, and I'm like, oh, I actually don't care. I really it's fine. I win or lose. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna win. And then that's where it is, and that's where it gets me. I can't help it because I can see the jokes and the funny things to say.
But it's a joke.
Both your heads are not going to fit in the screen.
It's a joke. It's not that. Again, if we came last, it's not the end of the world.
That's it. I'm not gonna leave a comp if I came last and be like.
There's also a difference.
There's no way we're not leaving this dance if we come last. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like at the end. It's the end.
And there's a difference between playing around and being cocky, but then following through with the cocky arrogance. That's not a thing you guys.
And treating people like they're below you.
No.
All that sort of stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Even if they are.
You've squirreled. What has this got to do with goals?
I was gonna say we progressed.
It was that. I think that whole thing came off of what are goals that you haven't set yet?
Okay.
Yes. Well, we got
tangent.
Yes. What do you mean? Did you tangent? You always tangent.
That's a good point.
You're always.
I contributed. I helped.
Yeah. And then I just added on top of it.
We circle back around. Okay. So for you, for this trip coming up then, Goal. What are you going to set for yourself?
Goal. Woo! Our goal is to get through the routine without falling over. Really.
Nice.
I'm a bit nervous about the floors there because I hear they're very, very fast and it's generally not what I'm used to. But that's okay. The gym, like I was saying to you earlier, that I train at, the floors have just recently gotten really fast.
Oh,
so
cool.
It's good training. But
Good.
wow,
Nice.
is it making things feel different?
Yeah.
Don't get too used to one floor because we might say it's slippery and it's humid as all hell that day.
Who
and then
knows?
it's
Who knows? Well, that is,
like,
I would prefer that.
Because you're going
Maybe.
back in a warmer climate. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
that too.
And I think otherwise, I want to feel, a good goal of mine is I want to leave at least one of the workshops like feeling pretty good and confident about
As
it.
in teaching when you're taught.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool, nice.
That's like
a good-
5 workshops we're doing, so like...
Just
feel
setting
like-
it for
yeah,
one.
yeah, just one.
I
Just
feel
one.
I'm
like
happy with it.
you got those ones for sure.
Yeah,
Those,
yeah.
Right.
the amount of training you do, if you fall on your ass, I'm gonna laugh so hard because you guys have got this.
They train more than we do.
Yeah.
Oh, easily,
It's
fucking,
insane.
fucking way more.
We actually,
Yeah.
we train a lot. We train a lot.
We're just relying on the years of experience we have on him.
Yeah. Oh, and we're
And flukes,
creeping
yes.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I don't mind at all. Overtake me.
Yeah. He's like,
And then
He's going to retire anyway.
yeah,
so,
I'm gonna retire.
yeah.
That's it. I'm choosing different goals.
no, you got to use the baby to boost your dance.
Yeah.
career.
What about you? Did you have one?
Me, I just want consistency. For like my own dancing and for what I bring to a partnership.
Like it feels like it's varying.
Yeah,
dance
yeah.
and-
I just feel like it's a little bit all over the place at the moment, and I just want to like every comp we went to, I felt different every single time, and
Right.
like I would just want to walk off the floor and kind of know where I'm at, and then feel like I knew what just happened.
Yeah.
As a leader that gets a follow that's consistent, it makes our job a lot easier too.
Yeah.
Make
Like,
also
'cause I'm
my
like-
job easier as well. Yes.
If you're consistent, it'll make your job easier.
Yeah.
How do you find? What do you mean?
Because then I know like where I can push things, because I know where they'll fall, or like what I can play with, and what I know that I can own myself, and what I know that I need to do within the partnership. And anyway,
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like
So-
those are specifics within the major goal.
yeah,
Like the goal is to be more consistent, but not necessarily staying the same dancer, but knowing all of these other little things that you can push to make the dance amazing or whatever.
yeah. So that and going over. I think the last 2 years I've wanted to just really be a good teacher. And take a lot from workshops and other teachers, which we spent time doing, which is really good. But now I kind of want to work on my dance.
Maddie, before our big
Yeah.
trip, was like, we haven't invested in ourselves. I feel like I'm like at a stale spot. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I feel great.
So supportive. So supportive.
and then we went away, and I felt even better. I'm joking. I'm not even joking, actually.
No, he's not. That's so serious.
I'm not. But like, I don't know if that's what we're seeking validation from. If that makes sense. Like, I'm not trying to stay. It's interesting because I'm not trying to stay consistent. I'm actually trying to push every time I dance. Every single dance, every single thing. I'm trying to see what weird thing I can do. I think one of my big goals would be around that, actually. Like, again, how can I... Actually, no, I take it back. Like, I feel like I've got a pretty good grasp of that. I always want to push that still. But I think a big goal for me is to make dance a job. Like, how can I make dance a job? Not even for me, but like for the country of Australia, New Zealand, or whatever. Like, how can we get people to be full-time dancers, whether that means they are teachers, choreographers, DJs, photographers, videographers, event coordinators, event organizers, like all these sorts of roles within the community that people don't even know about. That like there's so much potential there, and there's so many people in this world. It's very doable. It's not like we come back from this trip and they have events on like an event or a workshop weekend or something on every weekend. If you can get a train, you'll get to one. We can do that here it's just the amount of effort that people need to go to put in, or the respect of the art that it is an investment into yourself, or an investment into the community, or an investment into like, go do it. Like, it's not easy, but it's doable. Yeah. Anyway, I think it'd be cool to have like, I know I'd love to, you know, eventually the YouTube channel might make us money if we can give enough value to people.
Or if you guys could give us enough value back.
Yeah. and then our online classes, like we got merch, like I'd love to get shoes one day.
Oh yeah, shoes.
Yeah, he hasn't worn shoes in years. He
It's
can't
such
afford
a bargain.
shoes.
I'd love to run an event. Like, these are all like mini goals or mini ideas that I'd love to achieve. It's just about the timing of everything.
And I think it's important to have, like, as you are goal setting for yourself on this dance journey, it's good to have immediate goals, medium goals, and then long-term goals.
Yeah.
Because you can't get them all in one go.
Give yourself goals that you think you can achieve too. Like, very realistic goals that you know you can achieve along the way, because it's an accumulation of all those little goals that add up to that big goal.
What is a realistic goal that you would give to someone in their first 3 months?
In the first 3 months, just keep going.
Don't quit.
Stick to it. No, I feel like
Go to a realistic goal. Like, go to 1 class a week, or maybe that's not realistic depending if you have kids or crazy jobs or whatever. Let's say learn your basic patterns. 3 months, sure. Learn your basic patterns, learn how to do them well.
Yeah. And understand them. I'm going to chuck that one into your goal. Yeah.
And that's like, depending on who you talk to, it could be 3 patterns: push, pass, whip, or it could be a lot of variations on those 2. So, like, we have 8 weeks on our basic patterns, but they all stimulate. I like
Stimulate.
Stimulate. That's not the right word.
Ooh.
Stimulate off.
Stimulate.
That sounds weird too.
No,
Doesn't it?
originate.
Originate.
Stem. Off.
Stem. Thank you.
From.
That's more what I'm like.
Stimulate.
That's
Stem
not even
from.
close to the same.
Originate.
No. You said
It's very similar.
but different letters and sounds.
It is different letters and sounds.
Stem off. The
Yeah,
basics.
is this like alliteration again?
Exactly the same.
Yeah, right.
But it wasn't. See again, it wasn't the same thing. Okay, they all stem off that. Anyway, what would you give the beginners, Maddie?
Oh, hilarious.
I'll keep you on task, Maddie. How dare you come off topic?
I love how you think you're
They
still...
stem off of that.
I love how you think you're the one keeping me on task. No, so I would say, like, the first 3 months, just keep showing up. Push through and keep showing up. And
Whatever
then,
that looks like to you.
Whatever that looks like to you. I'd say around 6 months, if you're really wanting to know more and at a faster rate, do a private lesson.
I think doing privates also
this
is probably like a really good way to maybe better understand what your goals could or should be. I feel like when you're really, really new, there's so much going on. Like that just showing up is probably like the best thing for you. I think once you start like getting a bit more of an understanding on what it is you're doing, and remembering like muscle memory stuff, or like understanding the patterns and like knowing that, and then I would say start doing privates, because those are always, you kind of get like very immediate feedback, and then I think you can better formulate what you should be working on.
So when I first started, I got privates with people that I wanted to dance like, or that I wanted to look like or dance like.
Not you.
Now, yes,
12-year-old Mickens.
that is the case.
Didn't want to look like you.
That's still the case, but at the same time, now I'm also going to get privates from also people that I want to, that I look up to in the sense of like what I would like to take from them. Not necessarily their dance style, but how they think about their goals that they're setting for themselves.
Strategy.
Or the goals that they've achieved by themselves. Like, Jordan and Tut, like we had private Tut, like the amount of things that she's achieved, I could easily just have pay her to talk to me about how she got to where she is and the stepping stones. Or I'm going to pay Sean. Sean, you don't know this yet, but I'm going to pay you to teach me how you use your DJ app. Like, I want to like learn these specific skills along
You don't know it yet, but you have to do it.
Yeah. We'll see how that one goes. But
I like it.
yeah, I think there's always a lot of goals. I think goal setting is hard. Like, again, to round it back into where we started, I really didn't have any goals. I just wanted to like have fun, and I still want to have fun. Obviously, if I don't have fun, I won't be around for very long. I don't know why we're doing this,
I
but
don't know.
okay.
That's right. Down.
I think it's very important to have fun along the way with your goals.
Mm-hmm.
And some people write them down, like write down a crap load of them and then choose the ones that are the easiest or the most achievable, or the one that really needs to be achieved, if that makes sense. So however you, like, I'm not a psychologist or a goal setting person.
That much is obvious.
Genie. Like my bank account, I lived in the negatives before COVID in my bank account.
Nice.
Now life has changed. I actually know.
Still in the
value.
negatives.
But I'm happier.
I just came back from a 3-month trip and I'm still there.
Now I realize the value of a credit card to get me points to fly me overseas.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
If that makes no sense,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
And I think just to like sum it up from my end, like if you have a goal that you want to achieve and you don't know how to get there, just make sure you speak to the right people and they can help you map it out so it doesn't seem as daunting and unachievable as
That's
you may
what I
think.
meant. That's what I was saying. Like,
It's alright, babe, I got you.
yeah. Like, don't talk to me about it because
So don't speak to Zach about it.
Or like, who knows, maybe like, and then the other thing is like, if you don't reach your goals, that's also fine.
Yeah.
The goals can still be there. Or like,
maybe
if your
you
goal
need a
is
new
still,
hobby.
well, like,
No,
if
joking.
like if your goal is to come first in a comp and you come second, just be like, oh,
That's a
well,
stepping
my
stone.
goal was to come second, and then look, you did it already.
That's
it's fine.
that's what happens though. You set a goal and you're probably not going to reach the goal. You slowly reach the goal.
Yeah.
You don't just reach it next day.
Uh-huh.
Sticking with it.
Yeah.
And like you
Yeah.
get, and then that's why I aim so high with my goals, because I know that I don't get to the goal. I get to, like, if you want to come first, you get to finals,
Mm-hmm.
and then so on.
Aim for the moon,
Yeah.
and if you miss,
Shoot for the
you'll
stars.
still fall among the stars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was sexy.
Oh,
I
and
like
then
that.
right on your face.
And then you're gonna blow up. You're gonna blow up because it's a
Wow.
freaking burning
Way to
burning
star.
As per usual, way to take a
atmosphere.
really nice moment and just mess it up. Anyway,
That was good.
we're
Thanks, guys.
done. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Excuse you. Thank you very much.